Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome back to the Beyond the Grind podcast. I'm your host, Awais Raf, and today we've got a special guest to my right, the one and only SamiFlix. How's it going, bro?
Chilling, bro. What are you saying?
Good,
How
man.
you doing?
Good, man. I've been wanting to do a podcast with you for a while. Finally, we've got you down, man.
Alhamdulillah, nah, man. I've been wanting to come on for a while as well, man.
I appreciate
You're
it,
a
man.
legend.
We've got a lot to talk about. Definitely a lot to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about. But before I get onto the podcast, I want to just say my podcast is a storytelling podcast. So we start from the beginning. We don't jump right into the deep end and talk about what you're currently doing right now. We want to know the beginning chapter, then take it along the way, and you know how it goes.
Yeah,
So,
sounds good, man.
yeah.
Let's do it.
So the first thing that I want to ask you is, and this is a similar question that I ask other people that have come on this podcast. Where did the whole passion, because you're in the content creation industry, firstly, are you known as a content creator, a business owner? What would you class yourself as?
That's a very good question because I literally asked myself that. I asked ChatGPT 2 days
No
ago.
way.
Because the actual like aspect of what I do is so vast, so I can't really tie it down to one thing. It stems into so many different things. Like I run a business called Smilezkickz.
Wow.
Which first started off as a business where I was customizing shoes, reselling shoes.
Yeah.
Now it's turned into something that does the complete opposite of that.
Wow.
Yeah, literally, we just give out shoes,
That's
and
amazing.
that's got a whole business model in itself. And then in the same sense, another business called Stamp and Smile, which is like a test business that I ran.
Yeah.
Started it 3 months ago to kind of see what kind of how can I say to you how I can monetize the videos that I make. Amazing results, and I was like, God damn, okay, so I'm a creator, but the creation can be made into money. So I was like, yeah, cool.
All right, so you obviously, like, from where I've heard of you from, and a lot of people weirdly that I've spoken to, they know you from Rassams, where you started from. So was it during the Rassams period where you first uploaded the video? I want to go back to where you first uploaded the video and you thought, wow, this is actually fun. When was that moment?
Okay, that's a great question as well because it wasn't actually in Rassams.
Okay.
Yeah. The first time I ever uploaded a video, right? It was when I was 13 years old.
13,
and yeah,
wow.
can you remember when Vine was a thing?
Yeah, Vine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Literally, some of my friends from school, they will like. If we say to them, they'll know, right?
Yeah.
It was called Osama's Vines,
Okay,
and I'd
wow.
grab some of my friends from school, whatever it was, and then we'd just record videos. And at the time, they was getting like 100 likes, which right now is nothing, right?
Yeah,
But
of
when
course.
you're 13, because I was 13 at the
Yeah,
time, I
you
was like,
see
oh
it.
shit.
I know.
And that was something that I loved to do. I just loved making videos, and it would just be kind of like storytelling with comedy and whatever it was.
It's funny because I started when I was 13 on YouTube. I think I mentioned this to you as well. And do you remember Machinima? I don't know if you know, it was a gaming kind of sponsorship. They sponsored me at 13 and I got like 1,000 views. It was for them times 1,000 views. Yeah, so I was doing Nintendo DS unboxings and everything. And in the background, you can hear my family watching drama and everything as well. Asian dramas and everything. So yeah, I got 1,000 views, 2,000. I was like, yo,
Nice.
I'm the shit. But then I let the hate get to me because people in my form, they kept playing the videos. So if you guys watching, you guys are the reason why it stopped. Well, but yeah, I kind of stopped from there. So yeah, so okay, you started doing Vine at 13. So did you have a moment where you just stopped after 13 or did you just continue?
So yeah, I started doing Vine at 13, and then for maybe like two years, I didn't make no videos. I'm 15 at this time, and I was like, I really want to make videos.
Yeah.
So I started a gaming channel on YouTube. And
I think everyone's gone through the gaming channel phase.
The gaming channel phase, right?
Yeah.
It was called Outroll Gaming. And I did that for a while, but it wasn't really my thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that was more comedy based as well. I'm not really a comedic kind of guy like that, you get me? But because, I don't know. But anyway, and then in that time, in the 5 years of me going from 15 to 20, I just took on so many different projects for businesses, brands, so many different projects to do with video, right? Whatever it may be, to grow social media, to grow views, to grow interactions, to whatever it is. And through that, I gained first-hand real world like experience and knowledge in the video world.
Okay.
Like I got my first camera when I was 18 and didn't know how to use it at all. I just searched what's the best camera to buy for £500.
Yeah, wow.
It was a Lumix something, I forgot at the time.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. And then when I got that, I started making like, I remember there was a takeaway in Upperthorpe. Yeah. They were like, oh, can you make a video for us? That was like the first gig that I got.
Wow.
and it was like £100 for like a 30-second video, and I was like, God damn. So then I
Wow.
just started
Yeah,
taking
it's just
at
non-stop,
the
yeah.
time, you
Yeah.
could just take as many jobs as you can because you got the skill, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So, did it come a distraction? Obviously, you said 15 to 20, school, colleges,
No,
whatever.
definitely,
Was
bro.
it a big distraction?
Big distraction because at the time I was managing Rassams. I was completing university, and obviously so many other family obligations and life
Yeah, of
obligations,
course.
whatever it may be, right? And somehow, some way, I always wanted to get video into my life, right? From me being a kid to me now, and I always try to fit it in somehow. And yeah,
All right. What would you say was the passion to be on social media? Because a lot of people see it as the easy way to get out. Obviously, hard work. It is a lot of hard work, but why social media for you? Why videography, content creation? What was that kind of moment where it hit you, where you said to yourself, this is what I want to do for, let's just say, I don't know, rest of my life or next decade or so?
Okay. It's I would say I was doing it my whole life, right? But the time that it really clicked for me, genuinely, I would say is about a year ago.
Okay.
And from then on up until last year, it was just something I did for fun, right? And for extra income. But up until last year, it was kind of like a series of events that happened. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. Because I was really torn between going through the academia route and getting a job with my architecture degree.
Of course.
And I was like, is that the thing I want to do, or do I want to do this? And that way seemed a lot more appealing to me. For the passion, what I get from it, my leaving a legacy, for everything that comes with it, right?
Wow. Yeah. Honestly, it's inspiring to me as well because I'm an upcoming one as well. So I'm trying to do my best as well. So the thing is, other thing that I wanted to ask is, besides, let's just say, content creation, I know like we're going to get obviously back right into it, but I know your passion on gym and everything. I see sometimes I wake up, I see this guy's 6 a.m. and shit. I'm thinking, yo, bloody hell, I've just woken up. I'm in bed. I'm just half asleep and this guy's in gym at 6 a.m. Why is it the morning routines that you love so much? Because a lot of people, let's just say I watch Kevin Hart sometimes, etc. They'll be like, you gotta be up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. But people also say that's a myth. You don't need to wake up early to be successful. So why do you choose the early life? That's what I want to know.
You know what it is, right? For me, it's not even something that's been incorporated into my life for so long. Literally last year, I was overweight. I'd say above weight by like 30 kilos.
Wow.
So in a year, I've lost 30 kg. And that only came from me waking up and sticking to a routine that I said I was gonna do, right? Because at the start of it, it was very difficult for me. Sticking to a routine, I believe it is for a lot of people. And for me, it was as well, because I tried to lose weight before that so many different times. But this time, I don't know, it just stuck to me. And I was like, right, if I'm gonna do it, see it through for at least 1 year, right? Set yourself to wake up at this time, no excuses. And bro, I cannot tell you how many times it got to that alarm, and it's like everything's against you, and it's just like,
of course,
just do it, And alhamdulillah, and Allah shukr, everything that I've been able to do, because it just comes with hard work and dedication, I guess.
Isn't there? What's the latest time you've actually woken up? Like in the past year, or you're always consistently waking up at 6, 7, 8. What's the latest time would you say you've actually woken up?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe last week, I woke up at like 12. I'm not, and that was only because the night before I had to work till 5 a.m. literally on my laptop. And it was like I was on a deadline, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so I kind of had to force myself to wake up at all. But I still went to the gym.
Yeah.
But it was just a bit later.
That's crazy. Where does the discipline come from? Because we're all human, and sometimes I have moments where, let's just say a night before, we'll be like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do this X, Y, Z. Next morning comes, let's say your alarm comes on 7 a.m. You're like, nah, I can't be asked. I can't be bothered. But where does that discipline come from? That, I have to get up and I need to grind. I need to, let's say, get ahead of the world.
Yeah.
Where does that motivation for you come from?
Personally, I believe that motivation for every single person in this world is different, right? I truly believe that everybody has a reason, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it may be. my reason is the reason that wakes me up every single morning, the reason that keeps me going, and that comes down to how much you believe in yourself, I guess. For me, I made myself like a little 10-year plan, right?
Yeah.
And where I see myself at the end of that, right, only comes from me doing the work now. And the person that you are in 6 months really, really depends on the person that you are right now. You understand? So that's how I see it. I just see it as like a constant thing that you just have to do. You have to do. And then in 6 months' time, you're just going to thank yourself for it.
Yeah, well, that's... Have you ever had moments where, once again, like I said, we're all human. We all have slip-ups and everything. Like even recently where you've just fell off for like 2-3 weeks. You're like, I just don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. But for the past year, I have been to the gym every single morning from Monday to Friday.
Wow.
And boxing in the evening from Monday to Thursday. So that's what, like 14 hours of training in the week.
That's crazy.
So I've always trained, but I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. There's a few times, maybe one too many, that I've let myself go in the eating area. That I still stick to a good eating routine, but I've got a crazy sweet tooth, bro.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I feel like if you're too strict with yourself in that sense, then it's never gonna happen, because consistency genuinely outweighs everything. If I'm still going to the gym, if I'm still boxing, I can't have a Kit Kat.
Yeah, of course I know.
You get me?
Yeah, you need a break end of day.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man.
Wow. So where did the whole... Because I was actually... Do you know what's so funny? Because I was actually going to change my Instagram bio to somewhat like motivational whatever. But you've taken the 1% every day thing. I was actually so close to right now. I was like,
nah, you can't take that one from me.
I'm not taking it. Do you know how good that is as well? I'm dying every day. Whenever I go gym, I want to post as well 1% every day.
Do it, man. Nah, do it, man. Wallah.
When did you even decide that? Has that always been like your motto, 1% every day? Like, because some people, like I said, and when I say some people, I'm actually referring to myself. I should just say myself, because once again, wake up in the morning for 2, 3, 4 days, the consistency's there. Okay, I'm smashing it in life, but then it drops, and then for 2 weeks I don't do anything, and it's just hard work. The thing is, what's one sentence you can say that will motivate me right now? Fuck it. One sentence, that's all.
To motivate you right now?
Yeah. Or motivate the world, in fact.
Yeah, motivate the world, yeah, with one sentence, right?
Literally, that's all, yeah.
What you do genuinely doesn't matter. What I mean by that is, right, we're gonna be gone, right? Humans have a time span, right? They have a lifespan, right? And once we're gone, we're past that lifespan. That's it. Everything that we've done in that time is gone, right? So do you not owe it to yourself, right? To, let's say, the 70, 80 years, inshallah, and more, right, that you get to see the best version of yourself that you can be, right? Don't you owe it to yourself, not to anybody else, just for the blessing that you've been given to be brought into this world, to just be your best self in every aspect, health, wealth, whatever else it may be, whatever else it is you're trying to chase in this life. I wish you all the best.
Boy. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I'm going to play that every morning as my alarm. That's my new alarm clock at 7 a.m. Man. So back to more on the content creation. You said, was it your first client in Upperthorpe, you said?
Yeah.
So when did you start seeing progression in your clients? Was it straight after that, or?
So the first time that I started seeing progression was when I started making my work public, right?
Okay.
The first kind of like media brand that I made was called Creative Studios.
Okay.
This was
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, this was when I was like 19, right? And I started publishing the work that I did for different brands on my own social media. And that's when people started coming to me, and like, instead of me out going to them, they'd be like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? And at that time, I didn't have the necessary skill for the work that they were expecting, right? But it got by enough. Do you get me?
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't getting so many big projects. But as time went on, and I just kept on taking more projects and whatnot. But then 2020 is when I kind of really slowed down, when it got to lockdown.
Okay.
That's when I really let myself go. Gained a lot of weight. I wasn't taking no video jobs, whatever it was.
Wasn't it hard though to even get jobs anyways?
Literally, even if I wanted to, right? So in that time though, I created my brand Smilezkickz.
So that's where it all started from.
Yes.
So Smilezkickz, as from what I'm aware, of course you're going to explain it further, is basically, do you create your own shoes, or do you just like, I'm actually like, I know of it, Could you just explain further, like, what is Smilezkickz? So, like I said, the only thing I'm aware of is a shoe company, and you guys sell loads of shoes, do modeling on it as well. So, yeah, I'll let you have the floor to explain.
Basically, what Smilezkickz is, it's a community. It's something that I've grown on Instagram to over 119,000 followers, I think, at the time of us speaking now. And what we do is we have a modeling channel, and we have our own Discord server where people post their modeling entries. And what that means is like people showing their fits or their shoes, or just connecting with other people in the community, right? Like-minded people. Where we started this modeling program maybe like a year ago, and it was a way for us to kind of do a giveaway and give people shoes, right? And and it was something that blew up for us.
Yeah.
It got like millions of views.
Reason why I was laughing, because I'm one of the winners.
He's actually one of the winners.
Yeah.
He applied it wasn't rigged though. It wasn't fixed.
People
Genuinely.
are gonna think it's rigged.
It wasn't rigged. Yeah. He applied, and so how the modeling program started was it was us giving out shoes as like a giveaway to get more followers or whatever. And at the time, it blew up. It got like millions of views.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we kept on reposting it, and it just kept consistently getting millions and millions of views.
Wow.
So we were like, okay, we're giving out shoes, but what we're getting in return, it's followers and interactions.
Of
and
course.
do you understand? So we were like, it's worth it. People pay so much for ads. We're getting organic reach by paying for shoes instead.
Of course,
do you understand?
yeah.
So in that process, I've built a community where we literally give out free shoes. So how it works is you input your details in the modeling form like you did, right?
Yeah.
Tell us why you want the shoes, why it means so much to you. And then our team will look through all the entries and we see the people and the pictures and who we think will match our brand the most. And we just take it from
When
there.
I saw the message, I was gassed on Instagram. As soon as I got the message from the team, I was like, yeah, I've done it. I'm that guy.
Nah, you smashed it, man. We liked the entry.
I appreciate it, because it was so random, because I seen it and I was like, I was just gassed. So sometimes when we apply for, let's just say, random, let's just say modeling forms or whatnot, which I've done before, random selections, you don't expect to win, because from what I've seen in your community on Instagram, there was hundreds of people. I don't know if that's gone to thousands now on the Instagram thing. So I was like, what are the chances? So it was only 69 pence. I was like, bro, what is 69p? So clever marketing tactics as well. I give you that. So I applied for it, and I think there were some questions. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why? What would you do if you win the shoes or something?
Yeah. What would you do if you win? Why do you think you would be a good model? Stuff like that. Just to get to know you more, where you're from. And in the process of us doing that, we've had thousands of entries from people from all over the world, bro.
That's crazy.
When I went to Kenya, bro, there was people that I made a sign-up form for people to meet up in Kenya, right, on Smilezkickz.
That's it.
Yeah, and it was like 40 entries of people that were meeting up, and I was like, God damn. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, literally. And then in the process of doing this, I'm realizing I'm building something here. You get me? It's community building.
Yeah.
And in any aspect of business, no matter what it is, community building is one of the most important things, right?
Of course.
And this community is getting built organically, and inshallah, I can grow to be something beautiful.
Inshallah, that's amazing. Yeah, so continuing just on what I said, so then I applied for it, and then a couple of days, or maybe I think it was weeks, I don't remember, I got a message from his team reaching out saying, basically, you were happy with my application. And then they gave a few questions. I remember it was like 4 questions you guys gave. I don't know what the questions were. Once again, it was more questions of what would you do if you win the shoes, etc. Bro, I was doing, because I'm a delivery driver, I say it on every podcast, I made sure I logged out. I literally was writing down, okay, this, like, I was like taking this like a flipping exam and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was making sure, because I was like, okay, this is an opportunity for myself.
Yeah, we take it serious.
Yeah.
We take it serious. And
That's
inshallah,
good.
when you have the shoes now as well,
Inshallah.
we'll what's it called? I'll walk you through the kind of things to do, and then we're going to repost it on our page. And in that process, he'll get more followers, more engagement from our community. And that's what we plan to do.
Honestly, it's amazing. And so then it was literally 3 hours later, your team reached out again saying, check your, I don't know, a profile or something. It was like, you know, them collab posts, and then there's a picture of me in Turkey looking looking amazing in that picture with my shirt unbuttoned and everything. And yeah, on your profile, and I was playing PS5 with my cousins, and yeah, we were all just gassed together. So I appreciate
Nice,
that, man.
man. Anytime,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Nah, we liked your entry, man. It was
I
nice,
know.
man. It was
I
wicked. It
loved
was
it,
wicked,
man.
wicked.
So I want to talk a bit more about Smilezkickz. Where was, once again, from the beginning, where was the idea, like, you want to do a company that's regarding shoes? Where did that all start from?
Started off as a custom sneaker company, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar with that, it's where people would get like shoes and they'd paint on them and then they'd resell
I
them,
remember
right?
this was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Was
Yeah.
it a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Because I remember my best friend and his friend, that's how we actually met. Big up AJ,
Yes.
he's watching this. He told me that, oh, my friend, you know, he does like these custom shoes, whatnot. So I remember clicking on your profile then. This was a while ago as well.
Yeah.
So,
It would literally started like that. Custom shoes, reselling popular shoes, whatever it was. Started off as just like a side hustle, right? To make extra money, doing it like that. But then over the years, it's just grown and grown. And like I said to you, the modeling program grew into, it outweighed the custom shoe selling side and the reselling side. That was a big decision I had to make as the owner of the business to say, all right, we're going to stop doing this and we're just going to focus on this primarily. It was something that I said, all right, let's do it. It was a big risk, but inshallah, it'll pay off well.
Inshallah.
It's looking like it's doing all right, man. So yeah,
100%.
should be all right.
So the way I works, obviously, with the modeling thing, you've got 3 winners you're announcing. So it was December, Jan, Feb, is that correct?
Yes, but now we're changing it.
Okay.
February, nobody actually knows this, right? Yeah, this is going to be...
Exclusive shit.
This is going to be exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Previously, we've announced 3 winners, right? But God willing, if everything goes right, on the February 1st, I'm planning to buy 10 different people's shoes.
Wow.
On the same day,
No
on the
way.
1st of February, literally video calling people
That's
and be
sick.
like, yo, you've won. What
That's
shoes
sick.
do you want? Do you get me?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
sick.
hopefully that goes
through. That's a really good idea, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So would you say SamiFlix, would you say Smilezkickz is like your main thing that you're focusing on regarding everything else? Or are you all focusing, like, giving 25% each to everything, like splitting it?
Surprisingly, what's taking the majority of my attention right now is a different business
Is it?
called Stamp and Smile.
I actually viewed that today, literally today. I seen one video on it. Could you explain what that exactly is?
I will, but 2 seconds.
Okay.
I've got something for you.
Okay, so we've got some interesting. By the way, guys, I don't know what's going on, so this is not planned or staged or whatever. All right. So that's what was in the box.
All right, this is what I've got.
All right, what is this?
This is Stamp and Smile, right?
Yeah.
This is a product that I made with my friend. Ironically, let me just give you a quick backstory about this, right? I started a footwear company, and in the process of that, I wanted to start a different branch in that business, which was footwear cleaning, right? And that's actually the business that I started with this guy.
Okay.
Got machines, got everything. And we were like, okay, it's going well, the footwear cleaning, but it's a service-based business.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
We have to actually get the thing. We were like, let's use our skill, our knowledge, to make it like an e-commerce business, right? Where we're selling something. So we spent so much time finding the perfect product, right? Did our research, found the right manufacturers, whatever it was. And we came up with this.
Wow.
Stamp and Smile.
Stamp and Smile.
This is a hair concealment kit, right? Comes out like this. You pull out the top, you've got the dye, powder,
Wow.
and then you've got the applicator.
Yeah, that's sick. That little popper there.
Yeah,
That's sick.
and then you just rub that into there.
That's mad.
And then into your hair.
Yeah.
What this does, it conceals like thinning spots.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like, like thinning hair, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's waterproof. It's
Where
wet.
did you get the idea from? Did you think of it like, did you look into the market and be like, the market needs something like this?
Yeah, definitely. We were like, this isn't something that many people are doing, right? And it solves so many issues. So we wanted to make the best version of that product. So we actually made our own, right? With our own ingredients and stuff. And we've got the trademark for the name, and it's a registered business as of last week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's something that's gone really well for us over the past few months on TikTok Shop and Shopify. And this is another example of how I was like, okay, we can use my video knowledge and the skill to kind of monetize it. All it has to go through is like a funnel, right?
Yeah.
and it has to be a product at the end that you're selling. This is the product.
Wow,
Do
that's
you get me?
crazy.
So yeah, that's how that came about.
How long did it think of an idea like this?
Quite a while. The process of creating the brand and everything was a year. So we started last year, and we'd link up like once every month, have meetings, but these meetings would be serious.
Wow.
Like we'd sort out so much in that time. Do you get me?
So no messing about, nothing.
No
just
messing
like
about. And
real shit,
this guy, he's Chinese as well.
Okay.
And like the culture of how they work, I respect it so much, bro. Because they're just about business. You get me? Like he's my boy. You get me? But what I love about it is we're just on top of each other in that sense. Do you get me? Because it's just two of us, and we're trying to grow a brand and business. And yeah, it's going.
So have you
well.
known this friend for a while, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a while, but not really too well. But then in the process of us getting to know each other through business, through our businesses, we got to know each other a lot better.
Well, have you had any business ideas that have not worked with you, and you'd be like, "Wow, I did all that effort and it's not worked"? Any kind of business ideas or anything?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't say that has been the case. Smilezkickz in the 5 year, 6 years that I've been running it, bro. How many times I was just like, I didn't see it through to the end. Like I was like, nothing's gonna come out from it. Do you get me? Or I don't see where it's going. But it just kept on posting or whatever it was. You understand? So I feel like every idea can be turned from an L into a double. Do you get me? It's you just need to find the way, right? Because another way that I plan to use Stamp and Smile, this was my ultimate goal, right? Yeah. This is also another secret, to the podcast. Yeah. But what I'd love to do is the organic reach that's coming through to Smilezkickz, right? What I plan to do is send all of the organic reach to Stamp and Smile, right? As a sponsor. Use the money from Stamp and Smile to then fund people for their shoes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you get me? So it's getting like the organic reach, but then this is so it's like an ecosystem of two brands. I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, but I feel like
I've seen.
But I feel like that would be something crazy to do, right?
Oh, that's sick. That's honestly sick. When you have your business, because I'm actually really interested in this. There's so many business ideas that I want to do, but the thing is, once again, laziness comes in the way. Life, my actual job, other priorities, and I just kind of be like, oh, we'll leave it till next week. It just never happens. So when you plan these business ideas, do you have like your own team, or do you just kind of write notes down to yourself? How do you exactly start even a business idea? Kind of a hard one, because there's a lot of things that you possibly could do.
There is a lot that goes into a business and planning it. Yeah. In terms of a team, when it comes down to the actual ideation of things, there's no team. I do it completely myself, because I feel like that's where the best creativity comes from, right? Yeah. Your pure natural self, notepad and pen. Just go crazy, write what you can. Yeah. Whatever comes out from it. And this is one of my mentors told me this, and I'll never ever forget it. And it's one of the most important things that has like guided me through whatever I'm trying to do, and inshallah to success one day. Inshallah. There's so many ideas that are gonna come your way, so many, and you will think they're good, some you'll think they're bad, but as you grow older, the more ideas are gonna come to you. And as a man, you'll get to a certain stage where you're like, yo, I don't need to take every idea that comes to me. Do you get me?
That's true.
And then once you realize that, you're like, what? Why am I taking ideas? Let me make my own. You get me? Let me bring value into the world. Let me see what I can do different. Let me see what I can change. Do you get me?
100%.
And inshallah, it can happen for us both, man.
Inshallah, man. Inshallah.
My guy.
Inshallah. Honestly, it's just, once again, I love bringing guests like yourself here, because it inspires me as well, because I need the motivation.
Appreciate it, man.
And talking about the motivation, what would you say to those people out there that have, let's just say, that want to get into content creation, etc., but they have a 9-to-5 job, they come home, they have food, shower up, it's 7 p.m. and they're like, oh, okay, I've got a few hours left. Let's just say you go to a gym, and then you don't hardly have time. Like, how can people get out of that habit and be like, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm in a 9-to-5 job, I need to still grind? Like, it's difficult, but how would you kind of help people in that way?
I know how it feels. It's like you do so much in the day, and you have that short amount of time where you're thinking, I need to record, but then I need the ideas to record, and then I need to edit, and the time you just can't seem to find it. And the only thing I can say to the people that feel that way is you need to find something that you actually love talking about or making content about, right? Because when the process changes from work to enjoyment, everything else opens up. It's like if you split your days up into sleep, work, social time, food, right? If your content creation falls into the work, then it's not going to last for long, right? It'll be like a week or two, and then the motivation won't come no more, and then you'll just stop. But then when you're talking about something, whatever it may be, pottery, if you're talking about pets, if you're talking about whatever it is, and you want to make content, you want to show the world, just grab your camera, literally. With my camera alone, I think I've amassed 100 million views worldwide, and that's organic reach. That's just with my phone alone, right? And surprisingly, with my camera that was cost I don't know how much, right? It's got nowhere near. Yeah. And everybody has a phone. Do you get me? Of course, yeah. Yeah. So the process, if you really wanted it to be, could be so easy. You just need to find something that you like to do, and it just you can do it. Okay, fair enough. Would you say you're out the matrix? Like on the real, I asked this to another guest as well. By the sounds of it, it looks like you're out the matrix. Do you feel? Do you know? In fact, I'm gonna change it, but because there's people that are successful. Like in my eyes, I feel like you're successful, but you still, I feel like one of your answers may be like, I still feel like I got this to do X, Y, Z. So would you say in somewhat way you're successful, or are you nowhere near where you want to get? I'm nowhere near, not even scratch the surface, bro. Genuinely, not even scratch the surface. What I want to do is, my plan is so crazy and so vast, right? And I don't know, man. I feel like I've proven to myself so many times in life, right? I can achieve what I want just by working hard enough, sticking to the time routine that I set myself, and just applying, what is it called? When planning well and then execution. Just them two things, right? Okay. I've proven to myself that them two things can achieve anything. So I feel like I've got so much more to do, inshallah. Yeah, inshallah, man. Definitely. So let's just say, for example, okay, we're actually on Thursday today. Let's just say if it's Sunday today, and people that I know, sometimes they want to jot down on their notes or whatever, what I'm going to do for the week. How is your style, for example? Do you jot things down on a Sunday night for the whole week, or do you just go by the day with the flow? How's your method? So every night before I sleep, I've got my notepad on my phone. I feel like that's for me at least, I don't know what other people's methods might be. It's the easiest because it's 3 clicks and you've got whatever you want to write. I've got it's like, the tick box that you can do. Okay, yeah. I do the tick box first, and I routine it by the order of what I'm doing in the day. So 8 a.m. gym, 9 a.m. meeting, 10 a.m. something, 12, and that's it. And I feel like if you do it every night before you sleep, then the next morning you've woken up knowing what you're going to do for the day. You just push yourself. Yeah. Do you get me? And then when you're back in your bed that night, you can do it all over again. And then whatever happens in between, you've compiled into that little 10 minutes before you sleep. Do you get me? Okay, so every single night you're 100% jotting down everything. Yeah. I feel like that's worked for me. Yeah. So once again, about business ideas, when you have to plan that, do you have to kind of plan it much in advance? Like, for example, if you're planning to, I don't know, build a gaming chair or something, on your notes, would you plan for the next 3 to 5 or 10 months what you do, or do you just jot down for let's just say, this is what I need to focus on tomorrow? So how that would come down is monthly, what's it called? I don't know what even the name would be, right? But it'd be things that you'd have to achieve that month. And that for January, I have my own things that I have to achieve for this month. Then February has to be something else. I haven't planned so far into December, but I feel like doing it monthly, you can kind of set yourself them micro routines every day with the ultimate goal of achieving something by the end of the month. And if you haven't, I say this to my brother all the time, and if he's watching this, I know he'll be smiling right now. You best watch this. He'll definitely be watching this, I say this to him all the time. If you reach for the stars, at least, yeah, the lowest you can go is the clouds. And he laughs at me every time because he goes, that's not how you say it, it's wrong. Yeah, but does that not make sense, right? If you aim so high, bro, right? Like, even if you don't achieve it, you'll still be closer to that goal. Do you get me?
100%.
So imagine in January, I want to achieve this goal. I might not get it, but I'll be closer. Do you get me? Yeah.
100%. That's good. And your brother, you best listen to his quote. That's a good one. Now, I want to go more into your main... Is SamiFlix your main page? Is that your main page?
Not even. I don't even know what that's become, bro.
You're just...
Bro, genuinely, I couldn't tell you. I have so many plans to kind of make a personal brand, right? To showcase all this that I'm doing with Smilezkickz and Stamp and Smile and whatever else it may be. And I just need to format that right. You understand?
Okay, fair enough.
And if it was up to me, I would make it right tomorrow. And I'd love to show everybody what I'm doing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I need to plan it right.
Of course.
And yeah, it would take time.
So with SamiFlix, you... Correct me if I'm wrong, is that main focus of videography and editing? Is that correct?
It was made in the summer last year, right? And I really pushed it to get jobs like videography jobs and like freelance jobs and whatever it was. And it was going really well, bro. I was getting booked out left, right, and center in the summer, and and then it got to about November time, and then that's when I took Stamp and Smile. That's when we launched it actually. And Smilezkickz was doing really well. And then I kind of stepped back from the videography, like doing the videos for other people. Because I was like, all right, let me focus my skills and hone my skills more on my businesses. And that's what I'm doing now. So SamiFlix, I'm going to change it, bro. It's going to be taken down from videography. And I think I'm just going to, In
terms of obviously SamiFlix, videography, editing, you said you were getting booked out left, right, center. What work did people see of yours that you was getting booked out left, right, center? Were you just doing some solo videos of yourself or whatever?
Yeah, it was like solo videos of like showing the range of different work that I could do. It'd be like restaurants, promo videos, weddings. There was a baby shower video that I did. There was like different cultures of weddings, which are, you wouldn't think are different, bro, but they're very different. You get me? Like I don't know, white family wedding or an Asian or even a Yemeni. Very different settings, but yeah, just different kind of jobs everywhere, wallah. I think every business now is realizing it's a video first world, right? And being a videographer in that world, it's not too hard to get the jobs, right? You just have to, I say this to all the videographers out there, right? Kind of have your thing that you're known for or good for, right? Or like you stand out for, because that's what would make you stand out in a saturated market, I'd say, right? Yeah.
So when you went to a few of these shoots, obviously you said did you say you was doing videography from 15 to 20, or was that just social media content creation in general?
Yeah, that included.
Just everything. When you went to these shoots, were you ever nervous, like, oh, what if I kind of mess this up or whatever? Or were you always confident going into your shoots? How was it like?
Yeah, I was quite nervous the first couple ones, because it's like being how do I say to you? I've worked for a long time, right? Like working for different people, but then when you actually go to something that you've taken the responsibility on it for, and it's your first time doing it, go into a brand new business and they're expecting this from you and they're paying you this for it. You have a certain level that you have to achieve, right? And it's not like the pressure gets to you, but you're like, okay, I need to be on job. And that's when, the first couple times I was a bit nervous, but I got the job done. And then after that, I just realized it's just like anything else. And then you get better at your craft and you get more confident and everything is better.
I want to touch upon your editing, because even the guy who owns this place, Ali, big up, thanks for letting us use this place. Him and including many others have looked at your editing and been like, wow, how the flip has he just done that? So first of all, what editing software do you use, and how did you even gain the editing skills? Because it's like mad to see. It's like, yo, like, how has that just happened? Like, how did you even start editing?
I started editing when I was 13 on Vine, right? 13, yeah. Literally cutting clips. That's as simple as it can get. And then from then up until this day, I'm still learning, and I'm still gonna learn till the day I'm gone, right? Editing is such a universe in itself. I currently edit on CapCut, Premiere Pro, After Effects. I used to edit on this thing called Wondershare Filmora. because I used to get the broken key, you know, when you can get things for free on the Pirate Bay and that. Yeah. And when it comes to editing, right, I really think it's a form of storytelling. Not the video itself. I'm talking about the editing process, right? Every editor has their unique style, the way they start a video, the way they finish it, the way everything that happens in between, the cuts, the transitions.
Yeah.
And every time I edit a video, I try to put my unique style on it, right? And I love the process in itself.
Yeah, of course.
Because it gets long for some people, but when you bring raw clips, especially when I've recorded them as well, you get me with my camera, and then you're taking them to the edit process, and you see what it comes in as and what it comes out as. It's just a beautiful process, and yeah, it's just something that I've just grown to love.
Do you have moments where you've uploaded, let's just say, a top quality edit, and obviously algorithms can be very weird as well, and let's just say if it doesn't get much views, does it ever frustrate you? Like, I did
never in my life, bro. Never. Genuinely, never in my life. I never, how do I say it to you? I know, inshallah, one day the views will come, right? And inshallah, to get views, it's not even like it's a hard thing, bro. You can get paid ads, or you can do something stupid, right? And get the views. But if you're consistently doing something that you love and you know that is good, right? The views will come eventually, bro. So whenever I post an edit that I spent so long on and it doesn't get the amount of views that I want it to, that's not a problem, because down the line, somebody is going to see that. Do you understand? And then you'll be like, this guy made that sick edit. Because whenever you post something online, it's like a timestamp for you in life. You get me? It's going to stay there forever. So everything that I post is just a timestamp to whatever I do, inshallah.
Honestly, inshallah, amazing. And I want to touch once again on Smilezkickz, because I kind of didn't mention it earlier on. Once you do obviously get selected, you can choose whatever shoes you want. And obviously I tried to choose the most expensive ones. I tried my best, the Jordans. But the thing is, obviously you know yourself how your profits work and etc. Do you ever lose profit by giving free shoes, or you're always gaining?
No, right now I'm actually in a loss with Smilezkickz, right? Because it doesn't make sense. It's a business that literally gives away things. Literally, right? Yeah. But with my other work, it funds the process of me doing that. And like I said to you, what I get from Smilezkickz is the engagement and the interaction, which I know will be worth more, inshallah, in the future. So it might be a L right now, but I see it more of as an investment. Do you get me?
Okay, makes sense. So,
and like I said to you, Stamp and Smile.
Yeah,
I plan to connect the two, so then this one funds the other.
Yeah, makes sense. Much clever idea once again.
Yeah.
But I did see something recently where I was gonna come, but I don't know what I was doing that day. I don't know if I had a podcast here. You did a charity event with Rassams, is that right? Yemen, was it called Yemen?
Yemenaid.
Okay, why did I say Yemenaid? So how did that come across? And was it kind of exciting for you in a way? Because obviously you started off working Rassams and going back there and doing some important like charity work. Where did that all start from?
Yeah, working at Rassams, I first started working at Rassams when I was 17, right?
Yeah.
That's when I first met the owner, Rassam. Went to his house, had a nice meal, because we're Yemenis as well. So it's like it's a strange thing to do, right? So yeah, I got to know him a bit more and whatnot, and just telling me about, okay, cool. He was like, okay, like I wanted to work in the kitchen, right? Okay. That's where you make milkshakes, cookie doughs, everything. But he was like, now you've got like, you know how to speak well, right? I was like, okay, cool. Whatever that meant at the time. He's like, I'm going to put you front of house. So then I started working the front of house stuff. And then within 2 weeks, he promoted me to manager. Wow. And then that was kind of a...
2 weeks, that's mad.
Yeah, that was kind of a nervous experience, because there's people that are older than me, and then I kind of had to manage them when I was 17. But then I kind of got used to it. And then, alhamdulillah, I had an amazing career at Rassams. Worked there for 5 years. In that time, helped him open his Wakefield store. Managed the front of house staff there for like a few months, and then the Nottingham store, managed the front of house staff there for 1 month. And genuinely, in the process of that 5 years, I have learned so much to know about the business world, how people work, how the world works, and just so much knowledge, from dealing from people. It's 5 years of serving people like that. You get me?
Of course, yeah.
And from the person himself, Rassam as well, is an amazing entrepreneur and businessman. He's my mentor as well, or one of my mentors, and has taught me so much, genuinely.
Of course.
So yeah. And then when it got to the time where I was like, I think I was like 22 or something. It was kind of a time where I was like, I have an amazing career here at Rassam's, amazing future possibly, but I don't know, man. Took a risk on myself, right? Took a bet on myself because I knew I wanted so much more.
Sometimes you have to take risks. That's just part of life.
Real talk, bro. Real talk. So I was, it was just a healthy departure. We still stay in contact. Recently went on holiday to Nairobi.
Okay, yeah.
And Yemeid actually happened from him hitting me up saying there's another brother called Suhail Yemen. Shout out to him. He's doing amazing work in Yemen, bro. He's doing the Lord's work. God bless him. Allah ta'ala afiyah, inshallah. So Suhail Yemen and Rassam are planning to do this. Is the first charity event for Yemeid, which Suhail actually created, right? And he invited me to say, okay, help us out with the video, and you can be part of the event and this and that. I was like, cool, let's do it, let's run it up.
Amazing.
It helped the people of Yemen. We're all Yemenis as well, and what's happening there as well is horrible. So
of course, it's always a reminder end of the day. Like sometimes in my life, I always talk personally because I always try to be as honest as I possibly can. Sometimes we're never truly happy. Like we'll have the most minor problems, car issues, or let's say today I'm a delivery driver. Today I've not made much money, but there's so much worse things going out there in the world. And when you just sit down and deep and think, we have to appreciate. I know this message always comes across. 2 days later, we're back to our normal lives. But yeah, we just got to sit down and appreciate, and be thankful for what we've been given and be blessed.
that's the truth. Look at where you was, look at where you are now, and appreciate everything.
Exactly, 100% fact. So, talking about Rassam's, you guys, came out so random when I saw this. You guys are opened. Is that are you a part of it? Like you've opened it in Kenya? Or is that just their place, the actual owners?
Yeah. So that's him and his business that they've opened there, right? I went as the videographer for the business, right? As well as it being an amazing trip. You get me? I had a great time. So we filmed a few videos to showcase the place and whatnot. And it's wicked. It's looking big. It's looking busy. And
from what I hear, it is going to be a massive store. Is that correct?
Yeah, inshallah. Yeah. Should be a big store. I don't think there's anything like it over there now. Yeah. In fact, there's definitely nothing like it there now.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So the people of Nairobi, they're gonna be shocked.
I know. Yeah. No, that's honestly sick. How long did you go out there for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, he was there for a while. We was freezing here, and I kept seeing that.
I had to go in the perfect time when it was cold and windy here.
So I want to ask you one thing, a bit off the topic. What is your favorite country that you've traveled to, and have you traveled?
Oh yeah, I've traveled quite a bit.
Okay.
I've been to quite a few countries, but I'd say my favorite place is Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, Holland.
What? That is so surprising.
Yeah, man.
I thought you'll say Dubai or something.
No. I've been to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and I think they might come second for me, and then France, Lyon.
Okay.
But first for me, it has to be Amsterdam.
How comes?
I've got family there, and when I went, it was just an amazing trip, man. Wow. It wasn't like a going like lads trip, or it was just a nice homely trip, and I feel like it's a second home in a way. Yeah.
Wow, so unexpected. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be Dubai or something. Wow, that's crazy. So just one or two more things I want to touch upon. One of the things is a part of the social media world again. And I see a lot of people that say, even Kevin Hart quotes this as well. He says, it's hard to do shit without having a team. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree? Because there are some people that do things solo, but with a team that is on your level, is it that much easier?
Yeah, bro. That is the truest thing that's ever been said, because there's only so far you can get by yourself. And no matter how spectacular or brilliant you are, you're going to reach a roadblock, and you're going to need to outsource some of the work. Mark Zuckerberg has 15% of Facebook. You think when he started Facebook, he wanted to end up having 15%?
Of course.
You get me? It takes a big man to say, I started something, but I need the help of others, and I'm splitting the profits. You get me?
Of course.
Because then the end goal is to maximize the profits as much as possible, right? The net return is a lot more. So, yeah, I've got a team. Someone who's big in my team, and I couldn't do a lot of what I do without him, is my brother, actually. Mohammed.
Big up Mohammed.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. He's my soldier. Yeah.
Wow, that's honestly amazing.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I want to ask is, do you have any people you look up to? Whether that could be, I don't know, celebrity or someone that you look up to. Is there anyone? Me.
To myself in 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah. Someone I look up to. There's a guy, yeah. I don't know if I'd say look up to him, but I listen to what he says and I take it in so deeply. Yeah, his name's Jim Rohn, yeah. He's
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah,
bro.
he's like an old school motivational speaker, but
Okay.
his style is so different, bro. It's not like you should do this and you'll get this.
Yeah.
He just, every time I listen to him, he just makes me question stuff. You get me?
Of course, yeah.
And stuff that makes you question stuff, I feel like it's not too, like you should really pay attention to it. You get me? Because they're the times that you're truest to yourself.
Okay, that's fair enough. If you could do a collab with anyone, whether that's, I don't know, videography or promoting your Smilezkickz, etc., who would that be?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale? Why Christian Bale?
Because that's my guy, bro.
No way. Mad.
My favorite character in all of fiction and story and non-fiction is Batman, right?
No.
I love how he's written, the story, the lore. I love everything about it. It might be childish to a lot of people, but growing up, I love Batman and I still
Okay.
do, right?
Wow.
And in one of my favorite movies of all time, The Dark Knight, Christian Bale was the actor for Batman in that movie. And then, I don't know, just growing up, I admired him so much as an actor and I just followed him and a lot of what he did.
Okay.
And I don't know, I feel like I always said to myself when I was younger, if I ever get older and I get to get a dream collab,
Yeah.
it'd be my man, bro.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
That would be sick. Yeah. Okay, so one or two more things. I know I said this already. Two more things I want to touch upon. This is more like quick fire now, quick fire questions. But I want to say, of course, we are Muslim and, you know, we try our best to pray 5 times a day and to stay close to Deen. Does this help you as well? Like, you know, of course we go off track. There's maybe days where we don't pray or we pray, but when you do pray, does that inspire you a lot? Does that help your mental health, etc.?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Praying is the most important thing in life, right? It's the only connection that we have to God.
Of course.
And that should not be like underestimated at all, how important and how strong that connection is. So trying to achieve whatever it is you are in life, what I said earlier is it really does not matter.
Of course.
And you can take it in that sense as well, where the true thing that matters in life is religion.
Of course.
And them times that you have when you're actually speaking to God, when you're praying, take them in. And I feel like sometimes people, maybe me even included, rush them or whatever it may be.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, but if we actually slow down and just take it in, it could do so much more good for us, you know?
Of course. Because we can obviously take our time with everything, but I've had moments, even yesterday, where I rushed my prayer and you don't enjoy it much as well. Like they always say, just take your time, relax. When you're in sujood, where it's like when you're bowing down to God, cry to God, even talk to God like a best friend, as weird as that sounds, talk to God like a best friend.
What do they say? Crawl to God and he'll walk to you. Or God said, crawl to me and I'll walk to you. Walk to me and I'll run to you.
Yeah.
Run to me and something.
Yeah.
I forgot what it is.
Yeah, even that last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, honestly.
But yeah, it's real, man.
So yeah, man, we've covered everything, guys, man. Can't think of anything else, man. I enjoy the podcast. Time always flies on the podcast. If you have enjoyed this podcast, please, of course, subscribe and, you know, share the video, etc., whatever. And all his socials will be down below. Smilezkickz. And is the modeling application still available for people to join?
For the January
Yeah.
program, yeah.
Okay, yeah, please do check that out, man. You never know, you could be a lucky winner. You could get free Jordans like myself. Like, come on, man, like, or whatever your guys' favorite shoes are. Even with this, what's it called?
Stamford Smile.
Stamford Smile. I need to get used to that. Stamford Smile, man. So do check the brother out. And if you need a videographer, editor, bro, he does fucking everything, basically. He does everything. Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate it, man. Pleasure, man.
Appreciate
My
it,
man,
man.
my man.
Thank you, guys, and take care. Peace
Take
out.
it easy, guys.
Take care.